You know, living paycheck to paycheck is no stranger to a lot of us. And you sometimes, you know, life just crops up and something pops up and you got to take care of it. You know, whether it's a medical bill, an accident, or something breaks down. And a lot of folks are dipping into their retirement accounts to take care of those issues. And Garrison III from Preservation Financial is here this morning to tell us that may not be the best way to go. And that, did I say that pretty well?
You said it very well.
I mean, life happens, and stuff's going to pop up, and you got to take care of it.
Exactly, Chris. And if you check on social media, Facebook, YouTube, that type of thing, you would think that people are flying around in their Gulfstream private jets and, you know, vacationing in Monaco, that type of thing. But nothing could be further from the truth. I mean, that is not the way things are. And like you say, emergencies happen.
Right.
Healthcare expenses.
Yes.
They only pay so much. And you just can't count on them right now. And emergencies do happen. Mm-hmm. And I was, when I started researching this article, which is published by Ed Slott, CPA, which we've discussed numerous times on the show. But I started searching this, and it was unbelievable to me how many people actually use this caveat with their IRA to exist. You know, emergencies happen.
Yes.
And you can't do anything about them. And, but a lot of people are utilizing the 60-day rollover provision in their IRAs to just get by. Mm-hmm. And there was a case, there's a case, Richard Jones. He was a debtor, United States Bankruptcy Court in the Southern District of Illinois. And I've got the numbers of the case, that type of thing, but he withdrew $50,000 from his IRA. What did he do with $30,000 of it? He went and bought lottery tickets. Now, between you and me...
Another terrible mistake.
Oh, gosh, yes. The odds are millions to one. I mean, if you're going to do something, go put your money on the black, you know, on a roulette table. Yeah. At least you've got a 50-50 chance,
First of
supposedly.
All, shouldn't have done that in the first place.
Exactly.
Shouldn't have took the money out. Should have just left it where it was at.
Exactly. And the biggest thing about it is, and I have had instances where this was not the case, but to avoid the penalties and interest on a 60-day rollover, which you can only do one a year now.
Right.
But the penalties are excessive. I mean, they're very, very...
That's why they call it a penalty.
Severe, yes.
Yes.
But people are chasing this 60-day time frame, trying to get their money back. And let's just say that a person makes $20,000 over and above what they withdrew. Good for them. I'm tickled to death for them, but they can't put that $20,000 in back into the IRA. They can only put what they took out. And so this is a bad hole to go down. Do not do it. You can't count on it. And as I said, the severity of the interest and the penalties are extreme. You don't want to go there. It just exacerbates an already difficult situation.
I mean, my family, you know, if we lost a paycheck, it would be detrimental to us. I mean, a lot of families are in that same boat. You cannot, but there's going to be stuff pop up. I mean, a refrigerator is going to break down, a car is going to break down. What do you suggest to people that, you know, your money's there, whether it's an IRA, 401k, or whatever? What do you suggest to folks instead of grabbing it out of your retirement? What do you suggest for them?
Utilize something like this, retirement accounts. They are meant for retirement. And there was a blast came out the other morning, Social Security, because of the budget compromises that we're having to make. By 2034, Social Security is going to take probably a 17–18% hit in benefits. Whether, you know, if the people that are already receiving them, whether they'll be grandfathered, we don't know. But this is what is looming in the future. So don't use your retirement assets. If there's any way, you know, if you need money, healthcare, child
Right.
gets sick, expenses, hospitals will work with you.
Right.
You know,
Just try to make other arrangements.
exactly, but don't use these.
Don't take your future away.
You're playing a bad, ill-timed game trying to beat the 60-day window.
All right. Davis, thank you so much. Folks, if you need more information, he'd love for you to give him a call. Come to Preservation Financial. It's right there on Sunset Drive in Johnson City.